and that is because mostly of the Sephora VIB sale. I do it, like, I feel like this used to happen once a year. Now it happens 2 or 3 times, and they get me at least a little bit every time, and that's fine. But I feel like I was running out of so many things, and it was time to replace stuff, which it was time to replace stuff because I try to wait to buy most things from Sephora when they're having a sale. Even the other week when I bought a foundation from them, they had like a specific sale on like 20% off of one foundation, so I bought one foundation. So this first one, not from Sephora. It's a brush, a makeup brush, and I wanted one of the Artiste brushes, but they are so expensive. This one was like $7, and the equivalent one for the Artiste brand would have been $70. So I'm sure that, actually, I'm not gonna say I'm sure the more expensive one works better. The more expensive one is promoted as working better, but does it work 10 times better? Not this week. Yeah, we've got a nice, pretty, soft brush for my makeup. This is the Laneige sleeping mask. It was a rec from a friend, and I had it on a list for a while, and I was considering picking it up but wasn't sure, and then it became one of the gifts for this Sephora birthday gifts this year, and so I got it for free, and I tried it, really liked it, hit pan for it this week, and so I'm happy that this order is now here. I have the Tata Harper resurfacing mask for instant glow. This is a rebuy for me. I have the tiniest amount left in the last one because I don't use it often. For a while I wasn't even using it every week, but and I've gone through periods where I wasn't using it every week, but now I use it at least like once a week, if not twice. I bought a steamer to use with this to really soak it in, and then also, even though it's not in the instructions, you can leave it overnight. I think this is the most like pricey for what it is item. Like, this is not like La Mer type thing. Like, it didn't cost like $400, but still a little bit pricey. It comes in like a glass container, and like the inside is kind of like a jelly substance. So, okay, I got 2 Olaplex number 3s just because this looks small, but I actually use so little at a time. I thought I would use so much, but because you put it on damp hair or wet hair, it kind of diffuses throughout your hair really well. And I don't know, I use it not every time I wash my hair, but like once a week, just about. And sometimes I wash my hair once a week, sometimes I wash it twice. And so it's more than every other time I wash my hair, but not quite every time. And this is just really good. It's for repairing and strengthening all hair types. I needed it when I was kind of transitioning and not wanting to cut off dead ends. I'm still kind of in that space, but I'm a little bit more snip snip happy right now. But it's just really good for protecting your hair. Even though I'm not doing a lot of manipulating, I'm not really any heat right now, it just was good for getting the hair that was kind of on the line back into better shape. It repairs bonds that could be broken from like color damage, heat damage, like chemical straightening damage. It can't fully do stuff, but if there's like a bond that's not completely broken, that's just broken down a little bit, I think it helps with that. And so since I've been using it so consistently, I figured I would get 2, and this won't keep me probably until the next VIB sale, which I think will be kind of more, they seem to be having kind of almost like a back to school type one, and then one in like November for Christmas, but it could just be the one before Christmas this year, it depends. But it's not going to last me to either one of those, but it'll at least get me, I think the last one I bought was in January. Yeah, I bought it in January, and it's April, so that's good. This is another TikTok made me buy it find, and it is the Isle of Paradise self-tanning water refill in medium. The color is not defined. And I knew about Isle of Paradise. In fact, there's a really good podcast episode on Bad on Paper, which is like one of my favorite podcasts, where they talk to the maker of it. And it's like clean and all of like the good things that you would want to put all over your body. And I'm like a not consistent tanner, but it's summer season approaching, so I figured I would do it. And like, there's this continuous spray bottle that you can buy from Amazon and put this in it, and like they say it's the closest thing to getting a spray tan that you can do at home. And this isn't one with the guiding thing, so like you have to be careful to like knock over places multiple times, but if you're paying attention, I could see how that would work. Figured I would give it a try. Still social distancing most of the time, so it's not like anyone would notice if I screw it up. Okay, next we have the Super Goop Glow Screen, and this is just a new sunscreen. It's clean as well. I've been trying to buy clean things as much as possible, even though that's relative, and like the impact on the actual environment and things like that is questionable. Got this. I got the glow screen because I like glow things. They have one which doesn't have the glow, and it's also supposed to be pretty hydrating. I had another clean sunscreen from Biosense and Biosense. Doesn't matter. It's like the moisturizer I use, and I also use one of their cleansers, and I like those products. Their sunscreen just is so oily to me, and I have dry skin, and it's kind of an oil that like just sits on top of my skin, and it makes me sweat. Like, I can be not sweaty on a day that isn't warm, and like it's just like insulating my face in some way that's not comfortable. So trying a new one. Because this is a glow one, I'm hoping this could also be kind of part of like a no makeup type of day. And like this and concealer, lip gloss, and be done. But it may not be that much of a real glow, but nice to illuminate from underneath your makeup too. Also picked up the It CC cream, and this is like known to be just like a really great skin tint and not quite foundation, and never tried it, but I've been looking for something. My go-to is like a glowy, hydrating, medium, like buildable type of foundation. And then like the foundation that I bought the other week, like 2 weeks ago now, is like full coverage. Great to have that in your arsenal for something. And this is like, again, like kind of a no makeup type of thing. Like, I think people put this on with their fingers a lot of the time, but I have that new brush and I will be using it with everything. So color correcting, full coverage, anti-aging, hydrating, SPF. So I'd be super SPF'd with this, and just kind of what I'm looking at. I knew nothing about these colors, not going into Sephora anytime soon. I would say, actually not gonna say not anytime soon, because things are maybe not getting better at this moment, but overall getting better. I'm halfway vaccinated, so in theory I may actually go into Sephora sometime in the next few months. We shall see if that actually works for me. I went off of pictures. I even picked someone who looked like they might actually be a little bit more tan. I don't know. I could have gotten, I think they had like a Riche color, which is one next, but it looked like it would be too red and too dark. We'll see. Two more things. I got a Fenty Beauty stick, contour stick, and that's because the contour sticks I got last week, it was one of those things where I got the darkest color. It was like an elf. It was not expensive, and it's only like a hint darker, like, and that was their darkest shade. So colorism, it's so real. But it would work, honestly, like especially with some of the snow makeup stuff, if I just want it really subtle, really, really subtle. But I wanted something a little bit more, like, not bam, like nobody wants you to see your contouring, but a little bit more. So I got this color Suede. I hope it's good. And like me, we'll see. We'll see how this works. I hope you appreciated my super close up, like up in my face, no makeup today. So same story as the Fenty contour stick with blush is that the blush I got, I didn't think it would go over oil makeup that well because it was so like watery. It actually didn't go very well with anything, like even my bare skin. It would stick to my fingers more, probably because of like the fingerprint grip, than it would just like anything else. And so it was not really that well buildable. It was patchy. So I got this cream blush from Rare Beauty, so Selena, but I got it. I thought about this and getting nearly nude, but I wanted like a real blush for me and not something that was like color but not depth. So that's it for my haul. I know, not quick at all, but Boss is taking pictures outside today, so I will probably use a lot of this. First testers, or I shouldn't. Like, I should use stuff that I have that I know, but I'm not going to. Throwing caution to the wind. Anyway, I'm gonna get all the stuff back where it belongs, and honestly, I had lunch. I had lunch at like 11 because I had a longer break between classes today because we were meeting in groups because we were presenting, which you may have seen, but I still needed to eat lunch and then kind of work a little bit before going back to class. I had lunch early. I hadn't had breakfast, so I was already hungry, but I'm now hungry again, and it's like going on 3. So I just got back from taking balsa pics. I actually meant to take you with me, but it's probably better that I didn't because it's like a group of people that's not quite like being in public. Like, you know, like you're walking around in public and you're not actually focusing on people, so like you're not showing them really. And then like also if you're just like with a few people and they know you're vlogging, like that's fine and you can ask them. Could not ask 40 people if they care about this, so it's for the best, but it was fun. What will be public will be the Instagram, so I'll put it on this vlog or one vlog at some point. I'll probably put it on like in the description box, like the link to it whenever they pop up, but it probably won't be when this gets posted. So yeah, that's what I was doing. It was like an all black type of theme and wearing all black, which is pretty usual for me. I think like I have small plans this weekend, but nothing big. So I think even though I thought I was gonna rest yesterday, I didn't because I had to like get stuff ready still for class today. So I think I'm gonna try to place the Target pickup order, see if I can get it today, if not first thing tomorrow. But like aside from the small plans I have, nothing big. It's a good weekend to get a lot of things done because I think next weekend might get a little bit busier. So this quarter is going by so fast, and like when I talk about this weekend or this week being so hectic or last week being really hectic, I mentioned that, and then this week has been kind of hectic, just a lot of work. But yeah, I like keep putting off doing real grocery shopping and just doing like a small pickup. Like I did a small pickup at Walmart last weekend. I think I'm gonna do a like super small pickup from Target. All I have here is water, and like that's not bad, but I would like something, even if it's like LaCroix, like I would like sparkling water. I've made French fries because that's the kind of week it's been, not the kind of day. Today's been fine. So I'm gonna have that and like watch Top Chef. I have to eat when I watch Top Chef, otherwise I end up eating anyway. But this is a t-shirt that I got with Balsa. It's rooting for everyone or everybody. Like instead of black Balsa, but it's like Black Lawsuits Association. Anyway, taking my french fries and watching TV. Okay, so I'm back in my kitchen in the sweatshirt. I did this same thing last weekend with the Phenomenal, like ambitious sweatshirt. Maybe this means I should buy more sweatshirts because I obviously like wearing them. Anyway, went to Target, did not get the one thing I went there for, and it was not my fault. I ordered last night. They said they had it. I thought they put your stuff like in its own space so it doesn't get sold once they've told you you have it. No, they did not. And so I guess I will not be having my veggie muffins, which sounds gross, but they're really good. I did get my hummus. So I'm not gonna say that this is like better than like real homemade or at least like restaurant made hummus, but Target's hummus is my favorite out of like buying like the brands that you can get at like Target or Trader Joe's, like whether it's like a Trader Joe's brand or like the Sabra hummus, Boar's Head, like the store brand, Target's store brand, just like their normal hummus, like with the garlic and the lemon juice, like you can taste them a little bit better. So at least I have a snack. Fritz, crisp and thins, also like to go with the hummus. I put sun-dried tomatoes in my hummus. Like I drain them and then I usually get julienne ones, but they didn't have that, so I got halves. So I'll have to chop them, which is fine because I end up chopping the even like smaller ones into smaller pieces for the hummus anyway, so it's fine. So that. Got some like fruit punch mix for a pitcher and artificial sweetener. Have you ever had Chick-fil-A's diet lemonade, which like I don't really go to Chick-fil-A anymore, partly because it's bad for human rights, partly because it's so far away. But like they have diet lemonade, and I'm like if you put like a tiny bit of actual sugar and then just like Splenda, it tastes exactly like their diet lemonade. So I am gonna make lemonade at some point. And sparkling water, because all I had was water. And like housing, like community advisor people are doing donuts in the courtyard in like a few minutes. So if I can't have a muffin, like an actual healthy muffin full of veggies, I can have a donut full of fat and sugar.